The Angola Common Council, Tuesday, January 21st, 2014. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Crump.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Councilmember Armstrong.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Present.
Councilmember McClellan.
Present. Just want to remind council members that we would like for you to be contacting our state senator, state representative about how House Bill 1001, repealing of business personal property tax, will be a negative effect on cities and towns and counties and schools and libraries all over the state of Indiana. I would like for you to contact them at least once a week till this is over with, let them know that we are serious about this and how it effect on our general fund would be like 20%. I've asked our department heads to do the same thing because I told them to look at their budgets and figure out where they're going to reduce 20%. Fremont would have to reduce 40 and Hudson 60, and those are stories like that all over the state of Indiana. So I can't reiterate to you enough how important this is, that we all be involved in this, and keep reminding our senator and our state representative of how important this is to us, because the pressure they're getting down there is probably unbearable. And we need to remind them that the constituents that they are representing, the burden of replacing that tax would be put on their backs, and what effect it would have in each of our communities. So I appreciate you doing that. Request approval of the January, or you have anything to add to that?
It is a tax shift. You mentioned that it is a burden, and it's going to, that tax shift will go to homeowners. So homeowners will see their property taxes increase if that business personal property tax is repealed. Plus, there'll be a loss of revenue, so, because of the circuit breaker.
Okay. Request approval of the January 9th, 2014 minutes.
So.
Second.
Move to second, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Minutes to December 2nd, 2013. Board of Public Works and Safety meeting attached for council information. Is there any unfinished business? If not, we'll move on to new business. Ordinance number 1461-2014, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Angola, Indiana, adopting a fund balance policy as part of an overall financial policy, first reading.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Ordinance number 1462-2014. An ordinance amending the ordinance 1441-2013 entitled an ordinance fixing compensation of appointed officers, deputies, and other employees and police and firefighters in the city of Angola, Indiana for the year 2014. First reading.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Certificate of favorable recommendation by the Angola Plan Commission, ordinance number 1463-2014. An ordinance amending paragraph A of section 5.66 of the Unified Development Ordinance with respect to the regulation of sexually oriented businesses. First reading.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. All those.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, I would advise the members of council that in casting their vote for this ordinance, as they are required to do for all zoning text amendments, they must pay reasonable regard to the comprehensive plan, current conditions and character of current structures and uses in each district, the most desirable use for which the land in each district is adapted, the conservation of property values throughout the jurisdiction, and responsible development and growth. That's out of the statute for any change in the zoning ordinance. I've reduced those to 5 points indicating that you have found that it's consistent with the Angola comprehensive plan, that it does give reasonable regard to current conditions and the character of structures and uses in each zoning district, that the ordinance does give reasonable regard to the most desirable use for the land in each district, that the proposed ordinance is consistent with conservation of property values throughout the jurisdiction, and the proposed ordinance is consistent with responsible development and growth, and if you would cast your vote paying due regard to those points, then you're in good shape.
Okay, any further discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, Kim. Resolution number 2014-640, an emergency resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the city of Angola, Indiana, for the county economic development income tax fund, and forwarded to the common council for their action and passage pursuant to IC 6-1.1-18.6.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion is carried. Request approval of the list of outstanding warrants declared canceled and unpaid in the period, for a period of 2 years as of December 31st, 2013.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carried. Report from treasurer.
In today's mail, we received notification from the Public Retirement System, Indiana Public Retirement System, that our turf rate for 2015 will be the same as 2014, which is 11.2%. That's it.
Chief?
Nothing
Bill?
there. No report there.
Tom?
Just a quick mention, as we're talking to our senators and representatives, there's a Senate bill, actually, that they're voting on this afternoon, Senate Bill 68, that briefly, any projects that we'd have be going in our community that would deal with water mains, they're specifying standards, AWWA standards. Basically, what it would do is take out of control of what we ask in the way of materials in our community. It just has to meet the American Water Works standards and some other standards, and there's a lot of communities that are fighting this because not always is a product of plastic or ductile iron or what other materials that are all approved materials are good in certain environments. We have certain soils that are corrosive that we need to use, different types of materials, and we still want to be able to have a say in what type of materials go in our community, and this bill, I'm afraid, will take that out of our hands on some of these projects. So we've emailed it to our senators, and I think it was this afternoon they were supposed to vote on it, and if it passes, then it'll make it to the House. So Senate Bill 68, no. About all I can say.
He's exactly right. We did talk about that at the IAC board meeting, but we are against that for the very reason you had stated of choice and what was best. So, another one you need to talk to them about.
That's all, Mark.
Okay. Great. Good? Good?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Request approval of the allowance of accounts payable vouchers 9075 to 9317, totaling $724,302.88, which includes transfers of $51,634.65.
So moved. Second.
Move to second, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion is carried. Is there any other new business? If not, I don't know, you were in a rush for something.
Just
I just